Hey guys, Break here, and in this BFA gold guide we're going to be talking about how to make gold through vendor items. Now on my classic gold challenge I make a lot of gold through buying out vendor items and then relisting them on the auction house and selling them for huge profits, and lots of people have been asking if you can do this in BFA, and you can do it with pretty much any vendor item. For example, we search for something like fine thread. There are 562 on the auction house for 2 gold, 70 silver each, and it costs literally 1 silver to buy. So lots of people do this. It used to be better in BFA before the auction house change because you could pretty stack these items. So you could sell like a stack of 20 of a vendor item and price it for higher than the stacks of 1. You can't do that anymore, but still, as you can see, you can still sell really cheap items for actually a fair bit, and people will just buy out what they need, so it does still work. Now in the description of this video I'm going to link to a WoW economy article where someone has listed a lot of different vendors and the kind of different things that they sell that you can then go buy from them and sell on the auction house. It's a great way to make a bit of extra gold on the side. You should always have some vendor items up on the auction house because it's just free gold you're missing out on otherwise. But we'll go through some of my favourite items to sell in this video from the list and some of my own, and you guys can see if it makes any profit on your server. Now, one of the best vendor places to come is actually to a dungeon, Old Hillsbrad Foothills. So you get there by going to Caverns of Time. You can get portals to Caverns of Time from the major cities, and go to Caverns of Time, go to the Old Hillsbrad Foothills dungeon, and between the road Taryn Mill and South Shore, along this kind of area, you can meet this guy, Thomas Yance, and he sells all these really cheap vendor items for like 1 copper, but they sell on the auction house for quite a lot, and they actually sell quite well because I think they count towards one of the shirt achievements and stuff like that. So apprentice shirt sells for 1,000 gold, 1,000 gold, lots of these selling for over 1,000 gold. And on my server they're cheap. Look, if you guys look at the region market value, it's like 6,000, 5,000. So on average across the EU these go for like 5,000 gold each. So if you can sell 3 or 4 of them at once, that's like 20k gold, and it costs you nothing to buy them. It costs you 1 copper to buy them. Again, these pants go for 2,000, but then region market value is 5,000. So if you're on a lower population server or something, you could get a lot of gold for some of these. So I would just buy a lot of them out when you come here. You can always put them in your bank or whatever, and yeah, neophytes, that's 8,000 gold market value. So all of these can sell really well. So I would come to the dungeon, buy a few, put them up in the auction house, put the rest in your bank, and then whenever they sell, you guys can just go to your bank, get the new one out, and start selling that one. And it's just a great thing to do, and it really doesn't take that long to sell. 0.05 sale rate for transmogs, actually pretty good, so it sells probably quicker than some other transmogs, and yeah, it's just free transmog gold basically. So definitely do this. This is probably my #1 suggestion. Now another one of my absolute favourite vendor flips is in Old Dalaran. So not the Legion version, but the older version. And you can buy frozen orbs from a vendor, the Legacy Justice Quartermaster. You can buy them for 60 gold if you're exalted with the, I think, Sun Reavers or the Silver Covenant, depending on your faction. Otherwise they are 75 gold, but definitely if you're exalted, this is a great way to do things. So 60 gold, you can buy them, and already you can sell them on the auction house for like region market is over 100 gold, so on average servers you'll be able to make almost double your gold just by buying these and selling them on the auction house. But then what you do is you turn these into Eternals at the Frozen Orb Trader. So over here in the little profession bit in the Old Dalaran, you can turn in your Frozen Orbs for different Eternals. And some of these, such as the Eternal Water, the region market value is 94 gold, and these sell a lot, so you can sell quite a few of these on the auction house. On my server it's 79 gold, but still that's 19 gold profit, and you can actually turn these into 10 crystallized water, and on my server each crystallized water goes for 18 gold. So all of a sudden that's 180 gold I've just got from the 60 gold frozen orb. That's triple my gold. So again, it's not tons of gold, but if you don't have much gold to start with, then it's a great little way to make a bit of profit. And it does build up. Like, you can sell hundreds of these a week, and it does build up to a fair amount of gold. Now, profession items are always great for this. So things like fishing poles. On my server, they go for 580 gold. The regen market value is 1,200 gold. They don't sell very often, obviously, but if you are a kind of beginner gold maker and just want some easy ways to get started, then selling a few of those on the auction house is a great way to go. There's also stuff such as the enchanting and light vellums. The light parchment, 8 silver on my server, so not great, but still huge profit margin. And the enchanting vellum, 2 silver, and people will often buy like 50 of those at once. So 2 gold even, so that's 2 gold times 50 is like 100 gold. So again, you can make gold from that. So stuff from any fishing vendor is great to sell. Shiny bulbuls, night crawlers, all of those will sell for a lot more. I mean, shiny bulbul on my server is going for 400 gold, and its sale rate isn't even terrible, so it actually does sell occasionally. And some great ones are shirts. There are lots of different shirt vendors throughout the game who sell a lot of different shirts, and people collect these for their sort of different collections. So these are really, really good. You can buy a load of shirts for like 20 gold each. They all sell for about 1,000 gold each. This one sells for 6,000 gold each, though it does cost 800 gold to buy, so it's a bit more. And again, all of these shirts, you might as well just go buy them all up and start selling them all. And you know, one day you might get lucky and someone might just sort of buy them all out. So you never know. Now, these shirts can be found in Sunreaver Square in Old Dalaran, and they can also be bought in New Dalaran, the Legion Dalaran as well. So you can get these shirts, and they're very useful. Shatrath is another cool place to come. So I'm right here in the Shatrath, and this guy sells a lot of recipes, patterns, which sell for like 2,500 gold on my server, 5,500, 5,500, and 5,500. So quite a lot, and it only costs 3 gold to buy, so you might as well. Pretty much everything, like rune thread sells. Pretty much everything sells from tailoring vendors, but this guy in particular sells the rare patterns. And there are lots of people who sell patterns. You can look it up on Wowhead, and there's also going to be a few on the WoW economy link that I linked down below. So if you guys can find any of those, it's going to be good. These are buy when pickups, so you can't sell these. But again, the primal moon cloth you can sell, and spell cloth pattern again you can sell. But most of these are bind on pickup. But still, right here, there's a lot of potential patterns, shadow cloth pattern, that you can sell because people can't be bothered to travel. Now, on my classic gold challenge, I come here, but it also works in retail. Now, there's lots of people in Booty Bay who sell a lot of different vendor items. You can buy parrot pets for like 30 silver, silver 200 gold. You can buy all of these recipes, cooking recipes. There's loads of stuff down here as well. A couple of random sort of transmog pieces. This is going for 10k on my server. Don't know who actually would pay that, but maybe someone would. And just above that in Booty Bay as well, people like the leatherworking vendor who sell the shadow skin gloves pattern, which goes for 13k on my server. And again, not the worst sale rate, so it does actually sell occasionally. So all of these different profession vendors in Booty Bay will sell some patterns that you can then go and resell. Anyway guys, those were just a few of my tips, but definitely the old Hillsbrad shirts, definitely the frozen orb flip, and definitely some of the rarer recipes. You can make a lot of gold, probably a few thousand extra gold per week just by selling those. And it might not seem like a lot, but it will build up to the months, and over the course of a year it's probably like 100,000 gold or more. A few 100,000 gold you could be making extra per year just from pretty much reposting some really simple things every week. So it's a great thing to get used to. And again, check out that link I'll put in the description, which has some more kind of cool different vendor flips. And let me know if I've missed some, your favorite vendor flip. Let me know what it is in the description or in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.